So 12, 13, now 14. 14. We have to learn how to shift this first. If students try to do a crescent kick from here and not that way, they stress this muscle here, they get injured. There's a reason why in our school, we can have people 65 and 70s doing this form and not getting injured because they are taught correctly. Do this incorrectly, you will get injured. When you're young, you can cheat a lot and get away with a lot. You pay for it in the end. So, I want to make sure you pay it forward. Pay it forward means this: you pay attention, you learn correctly, condition your body wisely, and then you can do this like I am at 4:30 in the morning, barely stretched. Okay, so watch. So, from here, we start with turning the hip, extend the arm a little bit. So it's not completely straight. The arm is not completely straight, nor is the crescent kick completely straight. Okay? This is not a kick for kicking somebody. Kick somebody with it, but this is more a kick used for deflecting and blocking purposes. It's like doing inside. We just did this before the punch, right? So this is the lower body version of this. We're just using our hand for targeting. So what happens? We turn this way, and then we bring the foot to the hand. That's it. And my leg is slightly bent. It's not locked out. It is slightly bent. So I have good leverage. If I am hitting somebody that's coming with a bat, I kick him here. They come this way. I kick right here. I have to extend that arm. Hopefully I'll break it. And the back goes flying that way. If I do my leg locked out, the shot goes back into my hips. So, I want to make sure that we're teaching this correctly. Because form is not just form. Form is based on training. And everything in the form is part of that training. So you learn your front kick, you learn your stance, you learn your focus, you learn your timing, you learn your fluidity, you learn the correct technique. Right? And you learn a way to practice on your own. So we're here. We come to here. See my body shifting? Here, body shifting. We want to make sure that students actually get this part, because this is where the injury will occur. Here or here. They don't do that properly. Right, so we're here, bent, turn, and we start with just drilling this part. Ana. We could drill right from here, that's fine. You could drill from here. Ana. Pull. Set. So that's the first part. We have to get that. Now, we're doing this height. We're defending something from this level. Okay, so we're doing this height. It's not supposed to be up here. Now, everyone cannot kick this high in the beginning either. So, what we do, we teach them, do it lower, do it slower. Foot to the hand. That, foot to the hand. So it doesn't have to be high to start. It will get higher naturally. Now, notice I said foot to the hand. And then I say hand to the foot. So watch out for that, because many will do this. That's hand to the foot. We want the foot to the hand so we can keep improving on our flexibility, right? Our conditioning. If we do this, they will never improve. If the hand is here and they get that foot to the hand, they have a target now and they have a goal. They're going to keep improving. So the first part, right from here, for 14, right here, and to there. So we drill that, not too much, because an average student is not that conditioned in the beginning. So we do just enough so they get coordinated. Now, the second part is the hardest part, is turning around. Okay, a little tricky with these shoes I'm wearing. Let me see if they grip. Let's see if we can do this. So, from here, shift, bring the hand Keep your hand where it is. We bring this foot up, leg slightly bent. When you make contact, bend it in, come around, and horse stance. Just like that. Now, yes, this requires a little bit of skill. It's challenging. That's the whole point. It's challenging so the student will progress rapidly. Right? Coordination and balance is something that has to be built up. If it's never challenged, it can't be built. Now, so again, from here, so we start again, just like that. Now, we shift our hip. And we bring the foot to the hand, bend it in, come around, and stance. Again. Pull, shift our hip, foot to the hand, chamber in, and here. So we did it several times. Now, each student will progress a little differently. You have to use your judgment. What you don't want to do is spend too much time on that one part. Right? You do enough to stimulate growth. That's like stretching. When you stretch, what do? You do enough to stimulate growth. You don't push it and force it, try to make it happen faster, because it doesn't happen that way. What happens is the student gets damaged, the student gets hurt, or the student disappears. Right? It's like pulling a plant out of the ground to make it grow faster. No, it gets damaged or dies. Right? So, not too much time in any particular part. You drill the first part a few times, the spinning a few times, and then we do the second part, the hands. From here, and down, and it screws right up, nose level. So we're hitting this way. The target is never the chin, always the nose. Because when you hit the nose up this way, you get that. Okay, right from here, if the 6-year-old girl does this to you, right from here, it will have a strong effect. So we want to make sure that the student has the most power and the most effective techniques for their level. And this is it. Now, yes, I'm going to always this way. Here, turning elbow in and down using this. Target was the nose coming down. So this technique it's like a yin and yang, or brother and sister. One is coming up, 45, which is direct force, broken line. Another one is coming down 45 under the arc, which is indirect. In the end, they're all kind of direct and indirect, but see here. So there's a difference. So what are we doing now though? We're here, and down, and here. Now, within that, there's several techniques. If you ever notice. So one is this here. Let's say someone is swinging, right? I stop that right hand, the other hand's coming, I bring it down, other hand, and come up. That's one. Another one is this. From here, spear finger to the eye, get the head back a little bit, and then follow. So there's more to the form than what meets the eye. Okay? But for drilling, we start from here. Na, and sit. Pull, and sit. Sit, and sit. Ned, and sit. Now notice my lower body. And sit. See that? Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You're learning. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. What this form does for your body, externally and internally, and for your brain and mind, I cannot put on one section of teaching. It's too much. So please learn all the parts correctly. In the future, I will explain all the individual parts, how it helps everything, even your sleep. Okay? Even your next day. What happens to you the next day? Now, so we have here and here. So now, look at my elbow. We don't want the elbow too high. We don't want to be doing this. See that? We don't want to do that. We want it here. So look, see my elbow? It turns in. Look at my hand. See? It's not a whole lot of winding up, not a big wide circle. It's short and direct. Here, here, here to here, here to here. You might say drill set 1, you'll find this. Now, each part has to be drilled. We get the hands, right? So what did we do? We were here. First we drilled what? Just that. And then was followed by, this is a continuation, pivot in and here. Just that. The student must learn balance coordination. Do that a little bit. Then we do here, we learn this movement correctly. If they don't learn it correctly, they get to their test and they just do stuff like the hands go out. And that's nonsense. They've been set up for failure already. If they're doing that, they have been set up for failure because that's not gonna get them by with the higher level tests, not at all. That's what happens to many students. If they're learning correctly, sometimes, most of the time it's not the instructor's fault. Many times, it's not even the student's fault. They have bad habits. Bad habits of learning, bad habits of paying attention, bad habits of not practicing. So in the end, they lose out. But many times, it is the student's fault because they're taught correctly, but in their mind, they're like, okay, I got this. And they're doing anything, right? And later on, once they have some understanding, they realize how badly they suck and how much better students are that have started a year or two after them. That's what happens, by the way. So many times you see people disappear. That's why. Okay, so now, we got to make sure they have this, and this is happening. See that? So my body is delivering this. Okay? My body is delivering this. So we got to take the time to get this right. Then, next step is from the leg up position. Here, still this, but from here. Why? Because after the kick, when you come around, this is where you end up, and so you have to drill this part. So now we drilled 4 parts. 4 parts. We drilled here, the inside crescent kick, foot to hand. Looks like that. We drilled. Then the completion of that technique from here, chamber, and here. And now the second part, we drilled from here, here, right? And then we drill from here to here. Now, of course, this position, many will be challenged with balance. That's okay. I'm challenged on this mat with these shoes with the balance. That's okay. This is going to help you improve, help them to improve their skill level. If it's not challenging, what good is it? So now, right from here, we practice. And then, what happens next? All the parts come together. Then we drill. From here. Hana. Again. Pull. And that's how we drill. Now, so after 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, that's challenging. It takes a little bit of time. That normally happens by maybe third session, third time going with the form, if they're going to learn properly. Some people have talent, they trained before. You can probably get through 1 to 12, the first session, and this will be the second session. And then by the third and fourth, you gotta polish and keep polishing. But just be aware of the students that you're training and their level. And also for yourself, if you drill your form this way, you will keep improving. So we're here. Right. 12, 13, and now we have 14, all 4 parts.